Forever defined by wrongs? Are you someone who has been put in that forever wrong box for something that you said or did long ago? Or are you the one putting someone else in that forever wrong box? Stick around and let's break this down. And stay to the end. I have an exciting and special announcement. Welcome to Keeping It Real with GmaJo in faith and in truth. Let's jump right in. Right off the top, take a note, we are not talking about serious abuse. We are talking about everyday living with marriages, families, friends. So please keep that in mind as we break this down. Have you repented to God and acknowledged the wrong or the hurt that you did to someone in your marriage, your business, your friendships, with your children? And are you walking a different path now? And yet you fail or fall short and say something or do something that triggers that person again. Is their response a loving reminder? Or are you immediately thrown into that forever wrong box? And this works both ways. Are you the one with a friendly reminder? Or are you the one throwing them in the forever wrong box? Are you the one saying, or are you the one hearing these things? You never change. You are always. You will never. You're a liar. You disgust me. I'm done. Get the blank blank out. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. A dear friend many years ago said to me, their arguments were so similar and about the same thing over and over and over again that they thought it would be a good idea just to number them. And then she could just say, number 5, and he would say, number 7. I thought it was hysterical. But you know what? It's true. We get caught up in the same patterns over and over and over again. Is there a record of wrongs being kept? And are those things that are said, or these records that are held by the same person who says, I love you? Let's compare that idea of love to God's definition of love. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable. I fail a lot in that one. And it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Of course, none of us are perfect. We don't get this right. But do we go back to this verse in prayer and then reset our thoughts and our actions and our responses? Or do we justify our responses with this list? You don't understand. It's he, she is different. Do we throw everything that is rude or disrespectful, unkind, and hurtful into the you're abusive box? Do we need to be right or win? We tilt our head with that gotcha attitude. My girls laugh at me because I call it the bam mic drop attitude. But you know my point. Once again, let's compare our human and harsh responses with God's grace response. Psalms 103:11-13. For his unfailing love toward those who fear him is as great as the height of the heavens above the earth. He has removed our sins as far from us as the east is from the west. The Lord is like a father to his children, tender and compassionate to those who fear him. The key word there is to those who fear or respect him. This fear and respect of the Lord, is the source for the best forever stance that we can take for our call to action and our challenge verse. Lamentations 3:22-23. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning, and great is your faithfulness. My prayer for you, for me, for all of us, is that we strive to imitate Christ when those triggers and those old patterns resurface. Let's hold captive those thoughts and remind each other not to put each other in those forever wrong boxes, but instead, through the same forever grace box that we have been given, we may also give to one another. Now for that exciting and special announcement that I promised you. GmaJo will be going live this next weekend on June 11th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And I will be going live at least once a month thereafter. I will be turning 64, and it will be the 1-year anniversary that God has blessed me with the opportunity for this channel. And I am grateful because of all of you who have helped to blossom this channel. My very first featured guest will be Violet Ciccone of Berean Babes, and we will be discussing women in ministries and what do the scriptures say about that. And if time permits, there'll be an opportunity to ask questions and interact with all of you. Would love your prayers and your support that I may represent Christ well and that I may feature our guest well, and that there will be no technical difficulties. So please set your reminders for June 11th, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And God willing, I'll see you then.